What's going on, guys? It's your boy Burrow77 coming to you for the fourth and final time on today's live streams. We got a really good one here in Uruguay versus Brazil. I think this is going to be a really tough matchup. Obviously, Vinny Jr. is suspended on yellow cards, so that's a tough play here for Brazil. Rafinha did score a pretty nice goal for them the other day. Paqueta playing the 10, Endrick starting at striker, Rodrigo on the left wing, midfield pretty much unchanged with Gomes and Guimarães. Wendell out there on the left at left back, Marquinhos and Militao in the middle, Danilo. Hugh, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Danilo playing right back. Got Nunez up top. You got Arejo out there on the left. You got De La Cruz in the middle. You got Pilastri out there on the right. Fetty back there making all the passes happen, playing the quarterback role. Your Gante, Oliveira, and Arejo are your center backs in the middle. I would expect a bloodbath here, guys. I would expect a very fouls heavy, cards heavy game. This is one's gonna get chippy. It's gonna get spicy for sure. I can see some shots coming here. If Rodrigo playing right wing, I'm taking him on shot on target and to score or assist. Yeah, I mean, look, Rodrigo has had a little bit of a scoring drought and some troubles. Even going back to stuff with Madrid. So I don't really hate taking anything Rodrigo here. Let me pull up this lineup. Yeah, I mean, two places now I'm seeing Rodrigo out on the left. We'll see if that holds true as the match unfolds. I do like Endrick starting at striker. And I don't know. I feel like Brazil played better when Savio was playing on the right wing than Rafinha, but we'll see. Endrick is more of a true 9. I'm cracking a beer. This is my fourth stream of the day. It's 8:00. It's Budweiser o'clock. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting, definitely without Vinny Jr. for this Brazil squad. I don't think it loses all their teeth, but it's definitely a hindrance. I love Fetty for a shot on target. I like him for an assist too. We've all seen the line-breaking passes he's able to make. I kind of like Danilo is a little bit more of the target guy. I've bet Marquinhos a couple of times. Danilo has been doing all right as well. He's been coming up with shots. Yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at with that on Brazil. Darwin Nunez is big enough to be the target guy. So Nunez is... How tall is Nunez? Great. They're not going to give me any stance. Oh, Nunez is tall as fuck. How about that? But yeah, I think this is going to be a cagey one. And I kind of like Uruguay to advance here at plus 106. I think that's a pretty good number. You don't see these sort of numbers on Brazil all the time, but they also just haven't necessarily been playing like the Brazil we all know and love. This definitely is a younger squad. They're revamping. This is their tune-up for World Cup. I kind of like Uruguay here to advance at plus 110 now too. Starting to stretch out even a little bit more. So, yeah, I have a little futures parlay with Spain to win Euros and Uruguay to win Copa America. So, I like Uruguay to advance at plus 110. I think using your drawbreaker token on Uruguay or Brazil here isn't a bad call. I would play Uruguay for the value but you can take either side if you like it to end in regulation. What's going on, Sean Fisher? Gazdag just missed an easy one. Yeah, I mean, I would watch MLS if it didn't cost $150 a season and they shoved 18 games into the same time slot. I like the Union. I like the Union a lot. Hell, I got 2 Gazdag kits. I can't bring myself to watch the MLS and pay for Apple TV. And just it's become just an insanely difficult league to handicap. It's become a very difficult league for me to enjoy. So that's really all I have to say on that. I think that both teams to score in this game is very live as well. So that's both teams to score in both halves. That's not what I want. I want just both teams to score here. Both teams to score at plus 125. I kind of got to play that. I think that's a really good number. I think that unless Allison's standing on his head, that this is going to be a tough game where Uruguay, I think, has a little bit more of the veteran presence that's going to succeed a little bit more in penalties, but we'll see. Again, after 90 minutes in stoppage, there is no extra time in this tournament. It just goes straight to penalty kicks. So I like both teams to score here at plus 125. I think that an exact score of 1-1 definitely isn't a bad market to target. I think if you're not going to use your drawbreaker token on DraftKings, draw is 100% a runner here. Sitting at plus 180, plus 175, plus 185. De La Cruz, one or more shots on target, plus 125. I definitely don't hate that. He's the set piece taker. He's been putting them in from free kicks. So I think that's a good look. You can go direct on net here if you want to. I didn't have a lot of luck in the Colombia game. Colombia took 7 shots. Fucking 5 of them went in for goals. So there was no need to really continue to pressure the net and shoot there. So I got taken to the laundry for a couple of units last match. It hasn't been my strongest day, especially with that Gakpo goal not being awarded. Had I gotten that, I would have been feeling a little bit better. But yeah, I got taken to the cleaners last match. I'm not super in love with this match from a betting perspective, just because I'm pretty beat today, man. This is my 4th stream. I've been watching soccer all day. I'm just a little beat. Yeah, what a performance by Colombia. Clinical as fuck. This team's dangerous. Whoever plays them next here is going to have their hands full, be it Brazil or Uruguay. I do like Uruguay here, though. Yeah, going with Uruguay to advance at plus 105. I said that as well, top dog. I have a little bit of a future on Uruguay. I parlayed them in Spain to win their respective tournaments. Great call on Colombia to score in both halves. Thank you, DD. Yeah, I really liked that number. I thought it was, look, that Colombia team, they're good. They're very, very good. James James, however you want to say it, Rodriguez, has been an absolute monster. 2 dimes today, taking all their set pieces, took a penalty kick, scored one. Luis Diaz scoring from open play. This Colombia team is just nasty, man, and they know how to play together as a unit, which is something that's not super great, or like super great if you're the opposition. Like, it takes a lot of time for some of these teams to gel and to play cohesively as a unit. That doesn't seem to be a problem for Colombia. They're just absolutely cooking right now. So they're going to be a very dangerous squad. That's for sure. Here's some good news. It's your birthday. Let's go, Mike. Happy birthday, Mike. Cheers. I'll have this sip for you. Shout out Mike on his birthday. Look, you guys know it's Fetty shot on target until they put me in the fucking ground. So let's just start with that. Let's find the best number for Fetty for a shot on target, because you know I'm betting that, even if I don't want to commit a ton more units to any more matches today. Fetty Valverde shot on target plus 130 over on DraftKings, plus 165 on Bet Rivers. If you can get actual money down there, I can maybe max out at like $12 on that. Any card props I like? Yeah, over cards. I don't know who the ref is, but just over cards for the full match. These teams do not like each other. It will be chippy. Oh my God, it's a fucking Argentine ref. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, go ahead and just take Uruguay to advance at this point. You cannot give Brazil a fucking Argentine ref. Brazil is going to disproportionately be fouled way more and somehow still end up with more cards. I can fucking guarantee it. You can't put an Argentine ref on this match. That just screams bullshit to me. So yeah, right now I like Uruguay to run away with it. I like them to win in regulation at this point now. Putting an Argentine ref on this game is absolutely fucking criminal. But anyway, yeah. So go ahead, take Paqueta to be booked, take Rafinha to be booked, take Gomes to be booked, take Marquinhos, Militao, Danilo, Wendell. Just go ahead and take the whole squad to be booked. Fucking Argentine ref. Are you kidding me? For a Brazil-Uruguay match in the knockout rounds, that's terrible. Oliveira is a hack. Arejo is a fucking hack and a scumbag. Number 4, Arejo, Barcelona Arejo. He's a hack and a scumbag. The kid up on the left wing, I don't know enough about to judge whether or not he's a scumbag. He might be a hack. I don't know. I probably could have watched a little more of him. The last game I tried to watch of him, and he got subbed out in 20 minutes. So that was annoying. But yeah, I mean, putting an Argentine ref on this game, it's just going to make it so scummy. It's going to make it so hard to watch. If you guys don't know, Argentine refs absolutely hate Brazil. They're going to do everything they can. It's a massive rivalry there. Argentina and Brazil fucking hate each other. So that's just a tough look. And that's just such a Colombo CONCACAF thing to do, to give him the fucking game. Anyway, instead of me dwelling on that, I'll keep it moving. I do like Fetty Valverde. Shot on target, plus 130, plus 165. Endrick, shot on target, minus 150. That's pretty juiced, but goes nicely in a parlay. Rodrigo, shot on target is minus 170, minus 136 on Bet Rivers if you can get any money down there. I know without even trying that I can't. So Rafinha for a shot on target at minus 120 straight up on DraftKings definitely isn't a bad play. Minus 150 on FanDuel. Savio's not playing. Paqueta shot on target plus 135 on FanDuel. I definitely like that. Paqueta's going to have, there's going to be a lot of extra shots to go around that honestly probably end up with Endrick, but with no Vinny here, there's a couple other mouths that might get fed. Somebody was asking, Fernando was asking about Nicolas De La Cruz for a shot on target. I definitely don't hate that look at plus 120, plus 138. That is a nice little number there. As I said, Fetty Valverde, shot on target until they put me in the fucking ground. That's plus 130. on DraftKings, plus 165 on Bet Rivers if you can get money down there. I don't super love Gomerez for a shot on target. So that's kind of where I'm going to draw the line there. I don't hate taking Danilo, but I'm not going to take him for on target at plus 500. I'm just going to take him for a shot. Thinking about draw, halftime, full-time at plus 280. Maybe Orchard. Again, they gave us an Argentine ref for a Brazil game in a knockout versus Uruguay. That's pretty scummy. I do like both teams to score here. I know it's plus 125, but for me, this feels like a 1-1. I'm not sure who strikes first, Uruguay or Brazil. The Dogs have been scoring first a lot, especially in Europe. I don't know that trend for the COPA here off the top of my head, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Dogs score first here. I'm not a super big fan of taking draw halftime, draw full time. For me, you might as well just take a 0-0 and look to cash out if you're getting sketched out on that. Because otherwise you need both teams to score in the first half or both teams to score in the second half if you're looking for any score other than 0-0. Like, I think that if you're taking draw halftime, full time, you might as well just take the 0-0 halftime, 0-0 full time. Because otherwise, I think you're asking for a lot, Orchard. Wild that they'd even put an Argentine ref in any Brazil games, not to mention a quarterfinal. Good Lord. Yeah, if you know anything about South American football, this is pretty much the equivalent of a hate crime. Giving fucking an Argentine ref to the Brazilian national team when they're playing Uruguay. If I could bet fouls called, I would bet that they're decently even, but somehow Brazil's going to end up with 6 more bookings. This game screams red card. You're not wrong, Top Dog, especially with an Argentine ref. It's just really making me want to stay away from some stuff. Look, I'm not gonna call big international tournaments and very international games like this fixed. We know that there's a massive discrepancy in what you get away with playing CONCACAF and Colombo ball versus European ball. The physicality is way ratcheted up here, and that's okay. The fouls tend to be harder, more physical. You see less cards, to be honest with you. What would be considered cards just in Europe just aren't getting called as cards here. But I think we see them, especially with an Argentine ref, come out for Brazil. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll own it. Like, I've just seen this happen too many times. And I don't want to put any bad thoughts in your guys' heads, but yeah, I just the ref here really, like, I was already on Uruguay and I like Uruguay. I like some player props here. You can find some decent prices. But seeing an Argentine ref just makes me think that Uruguay is going to win the cards game. They're going to win the favorable calls game. There's always questionable calls in every single match. Referees aren't perfect. I don't expect the match to be perfect. But I think that this one's going to feel a little lopsided against Brazil in the long run. Anyway, I like Uruguay. I'm going to take them, or I already have them to advance as part of a futures play. I'm probably going to play them to advance. I'm probably going to play Uruguay on the money line with my drawbreaker token. I like both teams to score here. 1-1 feels like a really good score combo in this game. I I don't know if it goes into half drawn, but Orchard, if you want to take 0-0 in the first half or draw for the first half, I definitely am not going to try and talk you out of it. I could see an early Uruguay goal with a late Brazil answer. I could see an early Brazil goal with a penalty awarded for Uruguay on something Brazil will lose their fucking minds about because they probably should have gotten the PK call their way earlier in the game to level it and then to have this go to PKs. Yeah, so if you guys want to talk some, I do think there's shots here. I do think that there's plenty of room for everybody to eat because Beelzebub is all about pressing high and shooting. So I think that there's plenty of shots to go around here. This is the first time you're going to see Darwin Nunez to have 2 or more shots and a half at a plus number. You can get plus 125 on that. I think that's a really good number. Have 3 or more shots is at plus 410. That's a really good number. Paqueta's at plus 310 and 12-1 for 2 and 3. I don't think you're going to get great numbers on anybody. Just to take a shot in the first half here, if you like Pilastri out there, the young bull on the right wing for Uruguay, who I thought played pretty well in that USA match. Nicolas de la Cruz, just to take a shot in the first half. Again, he takes all their set pieces at minus 125. Maximilio Orejo, the young bull, the left wing, up there, number 20 at minus 125, just to take a shot in the first half. I got burned on that last time. He had a little bit better of a number versus the USA, and he came off in the 20th minute, so that kind of stinks. Uruguay minus half a corner, plus 120. What's going on, Flash? Good to see you, my man. I definitely like that, knowing that we have this Argentine ref. I think there's going to be a couple of missed calls here. Stuff, and it's not uncommon. It's happened in the European matches as well. Things that should go as corners that end up being goal kicks. Look, I have a sneaking suspicion here that giving this match an Argentine ref is the kiss of death for Brazil, and that Uruguay is going to advance here. Uruguay plus 600 to score a bet. Pen, I've never bet that market. Yeah, I mean, look, again, I don't want to put my preconceived notions in knowing what I know about South America and Brazil into anything more than just context here. It puts a little hamper on me, but yeah, I think that's a good look for a little bit of a sprinkle at 6-1. Again, I think the game is going to be called fair. I can't blame the refs on a game at this big of a tournament, this big of a stage. I just do know that, again, you give an Argentine ref in a Brazil match and you're asking for a bloodbath. And it becomes dangerous to the players and it becomes detrimental to the game at some point. There has to be another ref out there that you could have called on from a neutral country to referee this match. And that's just my opinion. Go Uruguay. Yeah, shout out Flash. I know Brazil is Paqueta. Yeah. So yeah, Brazil is obviously the lineup here. From where I'm looking at it, it's the right-hand side of the screen. They match up with the flags. So if I take my camera away real quick, you should be able to see that on the left, or on one side of your screen is Uruguay. Colors match on the flags. The other is Brazil. Those match. Paqueta shooting and shot on target, I definitely like. Endrick, I think they're going to try and feed. I think he's the true 9 that Brazil has been waiting for. He's probably not there yet. He's still super young. Once he gets in Madrid camp and goes through an entire season with Madrid, I can assure you this kid's going to be a stud, and this Brazil team is going to be a major, major problem come the next World Cup with all this talent that they have developing. And just kind of the changing of the guard with Thiago Silva retiring from international duty and everything like that. So this Brazil team, this is their tune-up tournament to see where they're at and where they're going. Bielsa's got this Uruguay team playing great. I super love watching it. I think Fede Valverde is a great look for an assist. We know how just insanely good his line-breaking passes have been here all tournament. I also love shot on target from Fede. I think that De La Cruz isn't a bad shout either. And Nunez is Nunez. He's going to miss a bunch of chances, but eventually he probably finds the back. If you give him 5 chances, he's going to find the back of the net. I mean, he's Uruguayan Morata, and that might be a little bit of a compliment to him, to be honest with you, because Morata's actually kind of better than him. And if Flash knows from working with me for a whole year in the La Liga season, I don't rate Morata unless he's got the good hair going. So, thoughts on grabbing another Bud Light? It's like minus 50 to 1, my guy. Grabbing another Bud Light is pretty. I don't use the word lightly. That's a lock. I actually have another Bud Light right here for when the stream ends. So good call, Travis. That's a lock. You can go ahead and cash Oaks to grab another Bud Light. We do love Darwin. We love his shots, Flash. And over here, anyway, I can get Darwin to take 2 shots in the first half at plus 125. I can get him to shoot the ball 3 times in the first half at plus 420. I think that's a really good look. Because you just got to keep force feeding him, right? I mean, shit. I know he's blown some chances for Poole. I know he's blown some chances for Uruguay, but he's a massive body and he can finish and he lets the thing rip. So get him the ball. And it's not like Fede's scared to do it. When Uruguay turns you over and they get it to Fede, he's been putting in he's been lacing balls over the top, on the ground. I don't know. I think Fede Valverde has been having just an absolutely outstanding tournament. I like what Nunez has done too. You gotta feel confident if you're Liverpool out of this tournament, knowing that Nunez has gotten so many good looks playing with this, very talented Uruguay side, who again, I have a future on them to win the tournament, parlayed with Spain to win the Euros. I am getting a little concerned about Spain with Danny Carvajal suspended on a red and Lee Normand suspended on a yellow. But again, I'm going to keep riding it because so that Germany-Spain game was probably the game of Euros for me. Probably should have been the final, and it was the most exciting match I've watched by far in the Euros. So I think it's going to be really hard to stop Spain. If anyone can do it, it'll be France. It'll happen in a 0-0 that goes to PK shootouts, unfortunately. Anyway, enough about Euros. I'm doing it. Fuck it. Let's open the other Bud Light. So, Travis, go ahead and cash Oaks to do another Bud Light. We're going to do the Darwin Nunez first half ladder for 2 and 3 at plus money. We're taking Fede Valverde shot on target at plus 130, plus 165 over on Bet Rivers. If you can actually get money down there, they'll take like $12 from me. I really like a Paqueta shot on target. Plus 135, it feels like a really good number for that. I want to take Endrick for a goal so bad. I'm probably going to do it. Let's be honest. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I got my ass kicked last game. I thought I was going to keep it light here. These numbers are just way too enticing for me. You're giving me Endrick to score a goal at plus 290. I have to take that. That's just a flat out disrespectful number. So yeah, give me an Hendrick goal at plus 290. Give me both teams to score at plus 120. Give me Darwin Nunez 2 shots in the first half. Darwin Nunez 3 shots in the first half. Fede Valverde shot on target. Paqueta shot on target. Rafinha's gonna jack for chicks from outside the box. I don't think I want to add that to my card, but I can almost guarantee that Darwin Nunez, I can look. I hate to use the word lock, but the Rafinha is going to shoot from outside the box. I don't know. He's probably not going to hit the target. He's just going to go all the way up into Rose dead. Ooh, I like that flash. Darwin to have 2 shots on goal at plus 170. We got plus 200 on FanDuel, and we got plus 160 on DK. So shop around, make sure you find the top of your market. But yeah, I can see Darwin to have 2 shots on goal full game at plus 200. I definitely like that. I'm trying to find these outside the box numbers. They might not offer that market here for the COPA, which is kind of a shame. Are they going to have shots outside the box? They'll probably just have shots on target from outside the box. If you like Nunez to have a shot on target in each half, that's plus 350 just for a little sprinkle. Thanks for tuning in, Flash. Talk to you soon, man. But anyway, I can't get just shots outside the box. It's only shots on target, but Rafinha is going to jack at least 1, probably 2 from outside the box. If you like him to hit the target there, plus 200 for a Rafinha shot on target outside the box. Could be worth a little cup of coffee for you. So yeah, those are the player props I like. That's where I'm going to go with this. We got about 4 minutes till we wrap up here. Any more questions, comments, concerns, please be sure to throw them in the chat. Until then, I want to let you know that I am Burr Oaks 77. I've been doing these streams every single day for Euros and Copa America, except for one day where I had to take off for a family emergency. We are not going to have games on Sunday or Monday. So we will get these semifinals coming to us on Tuesday. And let me pull up a spreadsheet here where I have the game times and everything set up. Sorry. That was just a weird prompt I was getting. My bad. Okay, so today is the 6th. Tuesday, 7-9. Euros semifinal, 3 p.m. on Fox. We will be live here between 2:10 and 2:15 Eastern Time. Tuesday, we got the Copa America semifinal at 8 p.m. We will be live on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, wherever you're watching now, between 7:10 and 7:15. Wednesday, I will be covering the semifinal at 3 again. And then Copa semifinal at 8. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be the same schedule. You can find me right here. Please like, subscribe on YouTube. It is a massive help for me. So it's really the best way to support for free that costs you nothing. So please, please, please subscribe on YouTube. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. There's no chance in hell I'm covering the Copa 3rd place game. It's my cousin's bachelor party on that day back in Chicago. So I will not be talking, watching, doing, entertaining soccer, baseball, or any other sport. I am completely off duty Saturday, 7/13. I will do my best to wake up, not puke, and drive myself back to Michigan so I can do a stream for Sunday's Euro final at 2 p.m. I can't guarantee that I'm going to make that. Like I said, I am almost 35 years old, and I have to go to a bachelor party with a bunch of my younger cousin's friends, and it's going to be hard to be the old man hanging there. So if I'm not puking on myself, I will rush back and try and do a final show for Sunday for the Europa final. I guarantee I'll be home to do the Copa final, no matter how hungover I am, because I'm not sleeping in a hotel that night. So yeah, I'll be home for the Copa final. But thank you guys so much for tuning in all summer long on this all soccer summer. It's been a lot of fun. Doing these shows has been a lot of fun. I know I was dragging ass a little bit at the start of this one. I got a little pep in my step once I got that first Bud Light down. The second one's going smooth. I am very much looking forward to having a couple of days off. Tomorrow, I promised myself I was going to do my paperwork for Discord and update my spreadsheets. The last time we had a day with no soccer matches, I didn't do it. I had to clean a bunch of different stuff around my apartment and do some other away from the computer shit. So I have to catch up on spreadsheets tomorrow. Look for me on Monday, though. I know I've been doing a lot of on-camera work. Tuesday and Wednesday are pretty light schedules, and then I'm taking off for the weekend. So I'm going to try and mix in a baseball show. So if you like baseball, if you like MLB, stay tuned. I do that stuff too. It's been a little bit few and far between this summer with the all soccer summer, but if you like MLB, I definitely handicap MLB. You can check it out on YouTube. The play of the day was actually crushing it this year. I think we were like 28-12, 28-13, something like that, before soccer started up and I got wrapped up with these. Anyway, that's enough self-promotion. I super appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Richie, appreciate you. Mike, appreciate you. Flash, Travis, Trill Will, Orchard, Fernando, Zorkman, Didi, Tucker, Kwiku from Discord, Sean Fisher, everybody. If I missed your name, I apologize, but thank you so much for tuning in. We are coming up on a couple of days off. The soccer streams will be back when the soccer matches come back on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then just keep an eye out. If you like baseball, we'll be getting into baseball a little bit. So appreciate you guys. Uruguay to advance, both teams to score. Paqueta shot on target, Endrick goal, Nunez 2 shots on target, or 2 shots in the first half, 3 shots in the first half for the latter. Fede Valverde shot on target till they put me in the fucking ground. You heard it here first. Oaks out. Doses.